Okay, so we're back. You can see our final result now. I'm just going to show you. So you can see it's a really soft look. Again, depending on how much you want to put, how much blonde or color you want to put in the hair, that's entirely up to you. But see how softly it really falls? So I'm going to comb through and show you. What I love about the hand painting technique is that it's really natural, and you can be heavy-handed or you can be really, as soft and subtle as you choose. One of the questions that I get asked is, when would you do the hand painting versus doing foil? What I love about it, and if you look at the mannequin, you can see with her deep part, we definitely have quite a bit of color through the top section. And that's when I love to use the hand painting, because I can really personalize and boutique my end result for the particular haircut that I've done. And if my client is just a little tired of having foils done, it makes a really nice change. So hi, this is Jill, and I'm going to show you a hand painting technique on my little mannequin here. So we need, in preparation, we need some pieces of cotton, and we start off with our strips of cotton. Wide enough to fit from behind the left ear to the right ear, and some wider for when you go up the top of the head. So once you get your pieces of cotton, we're just going to stretch them, not so that they have holes in them, but just pull it apart. This is going to protect your hair from your lightening product. I'm using bleach today. So that's how we create our little separators. And as you can see, I have my sections of cotton laid out so I can work pretty effectively. I have my bleach ready to go, and I like my bleach to be really nice and thick so that when I hand paint it, it doesn't drip. My bleach of preference is the Super Mesh, and we have mixed it 1 to 3. So 1 part Super Mesh by Alpha Puff to 3 parts Oxido 20 volume developer. Okay, so with my mannequin, I have given her a little side part. You can see the front is a side part because she's going to sweep it to the right side. I always subsection how my client will wear her hair at the front, and now I'm just taking a center section through the back, and I'm going to section from crown through to behind the ear. So I'm going to subsection up my mannequin, and then we'll be back. Okay, so I've subsectioned my back, and you can see what I've done is I've taken about 1/2-inch sections and I've subsectioned them in elastic bands. I find this technique really effective for me when I'm working on the floor with my clients. It saves me a lot of time, and I can just move forward with my painting application really quickly and effectively. And I like to keep everything out of my way so that I really have a clear working space. And now what I've done is, through my lower occipital, I've just done some really thick weaves. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place my little piece of cotton right underneath these guys. You can use conditioner if you want to hold it into place, but I just am pretty freehand with everything. So once I start working with my bleach, I find, it's pretty much going to stay in place. Now I'm just going to work painting from root to end. So again, each piece, I'm just painting from root to end, freehand. And I find this is a really effective way to give my client that really personal look that she wants. And I'm not being really overly anal perfectionist. You saw I got a little bit of color under here. I just brushed it off with my hand. You can hit it with water if you choose. And now I'm going to cover that with my next piece of cotton. And you can see I'm not putting any pressure. That's really important. I don't want to push that down at any point. I just really want to keep that nice and loosely placed. So my next subsection, again, and the elastics come out really easily. So I'm subsectioning my section, and yes, these are pretty thick underneath here. Really depends on how much hair I'm working with as to how much is in my weave. Okay, nice and clean. I place my second piece of separating cotton, and I'm just going to pull that down. See how I hold that with my finger and just stretch that out? And this is truly a freehand technique. So now I'm going to pick up my subsections and just hand paint my bleach on the hair. And when I'm working with this on my client, I do work a lot faster, but I'm trying to show you how easy it is. And see, I got a little up there. Don't worry about that. Just wipe it off. Or if you really wanted to, you know, you could hit it with some water if you really wanted to do that. Okay, but again, for me, it's all about that freehand look. And again, don't get caught up in being a perfectionist, because this isn't the technique for you. Okay? And again, then I come back in with my protection cotton, and I'm going to continue to work up the entire head to do my hand painting application. Again, don't push this down. Okay, so we release this, and I'm going to continue to work up the head, and I'll be back once it's all complete. Okay? So now we have finished doing our application, and you can see, you know, we've hand painted all our pieces. I don't go too close to the hairline, and I just find this works really nicely for me. You know, you can see I get pretty close, and it's a really nice effect. And you can see she's pretty saturated. Okay, and I'm going to turn her around so you can see, you know, she is completely saturated in cotton, and I'm going to process her until she's as blonde as I would like the end result to be, and to be continued. Okay, so we're back. You can see our final result now. I'm just going to show you. So you can see it's a really soft look. Again, depending on how much you want to put, how much blonde or color you want to put in the hair, that's entirely up to you. But see how softly it really falls. So I'm going to comb through and show you. What I love about the hand painting technique is that it's really natural, and you can be heavy-handed or you can be really, you know, as soft and subtle as you choose. One of the questions that I get asked is, when would you do the hand painting versus doing foil? What I love about it, and if you look at the mannequin, you can see with her deep part, we definitely have quite a bit of color through the top section. And that's when I love to use the hand painting, because I can really personalize and boutique my end result for the particular haircut that I've done. And if my client is just a little tired of having foils done, it makes a really nice change for her. So I'm just going to turn my mannequin around so you can really see the transition of color. And I definitely love doing this on a real person, but today I didn't have a real person to do it on, and I wanted to show you the technique. That's why I reached for my mannequin. Okay, so again, you can see the result is just really nice, really soft, really natural, really easy for the client to maintain. So that's the hand painting technique. Enjoy.